Okay, for today, we're looking at how to multiply decimals. Right. So yesterday we were talking about how to multiply whole numbers. Now we're looking at how to multiply decimals. Okay, so I'm just gonna ignore the decimal points right now. I see my in the signs as well. I see my first number has three numbers, right? 724. It has three digits. My second number has three digits as well. So I'm gonna do a 3 by 3 box, right? We multiply whole numbers. I'll show you guys this cool method called lattice method. Some people call it the box method. It's a 3 by 3. And then I said 724. I'm just paying attention to the digits. 724, and then here the side 717. And then each of my boxes, I'm gonna cut it in half. Okay, my first row. And I'm gonna show you guys right now one of the reasons why I like lattice method. It actually saves us some work. The first row, I'm gonna go 7 times 7. So that's 49. The second row, 2 times 7, that's 14. And then the third squared is 4 times 7, it's 28. Notice how this side numbers, the first row and the third row is 7. So I'm just going to copy the first row. Let me copy it on the last at the bottom. So this is 49, this is 14, and this is 28. Why do the work again? I already did. Okay, now in the second row, in the centered, remember multiplying the top number to the side. So 7 times 1 is 7. 2 times 1 is 2. And then 4 times 1 is 4. I'm not going to be switching colors, but looking at the first row, right? Yesterday, I did switch colors, but looking at the first row, when you add the numbers, that's just an 8. When I look at this second one, 4 plus 4, because remember, I add the two big numbers first. So 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So put the 0 and carry the whole 10. Now let's take a look at here. That's going to give me 21. Add the digits. That's going to give me 21. So put the 1, carry the 20. Now looking at the last, here, the next row, let's see, that's going to give me 19, right? Add the digits. That's going to give me 19. So put down the 9, carry down the 10. Let's take a look at the next row. 1 plus 1 plus 9, that's 11. Put the 1, carry the 10. And then my last one, 4 plus 1 is 5. So my answer, let me just write the digits. I'm not going to call this thousands. Let me just write my digits. 519108. When it comes to the sign, I know my answer is negative because I only have one negative sign, right? If my signs are different, I see a negative and a positive, then my answer is negative. Now there should be a decimal point somewhere. I'm gonna count decimal places. Decimal places is basically how many numbers after the decimal point. On my first number, I have one decimal place. Again, I'm looking at how many numbers after my decimal point. On my second number, I have two decimal places. 1 plus 2, when I add the decimal places, 1 plus 2 is 3. So my answer should have 3 decimal places. That means I'm going to have 3 numbers after my decimal point. So my decimal point is right there. My answer is negative 519.108. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, let's take a look at question number 12. Let me do a 3 by 3 because it has 3 digits, each of them. And I'm going to multiply 523 times 613. For right now, I ignore the signs. I ignore the decimal points. I cut each of my boxes in half. That's what lattice method says. Inside, let me multiply for each box the number in the top times the number at the side. 5 times 6 is 30. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 6 is 18. 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 2 times 3 is 6. And then 3 times 3 is 9. I'm not going to highlight my rows, but here I have 9. When I add on the next row, my digit 6 plus 3 is 9. Here at 8 plus 2 plus 5, it's 15. So write down the 5, carry down the 10. See, this is the 7, 8, 9, 10. So write down the 0, carry down the 10. Let's see, 1 plus 1, that's 2. And lastly, it's a 3. So my answer, let's see, to begin with, I'm just going to write my digits. 3, 2, 0, 5, 9, 9. When it comes to the sign, I see two negative signs. So the signs are the same. My answer is positive. Okay, so I took care of the sign. When it comes to decimal point, let me count my decimal places. This one has 2 decimal places. Remember, decimal place is how many numbers after the decimal point. My second number has 1 decimal place. Again, how many numbers after the decimal point? So my first number has 2 decimal places. My second number has 1 decimal place. 2 plus 1, because I add the decimal places. 2 plus 1 is 3. So my answer should have 3 decimal places. So it's right there, 320.599. Pretty cool.